Hey everybody, HogFan Shane here. I am wanting to do a new video called it's a it's my summer gaming journal. I wanted to go into this summer with a whole new approach called the Summer of Gaming. I wanted to kind of go through all my games, and I played it a little bit differently this time. So just kind of watch my character meander around the screen here as I kind of gather my thoughts. I'm doing this off the cuff. Like basically when I game, I used to have like a rigid list of I plan on playing this game, then that game, then we're going to go to this game, then we're going to go to that game. Planning outruns forever. I scrapped that. And then another thing I used to do was I got to get this game beat by this time so that we can move on to this one by this time, or we won't be able to play the third one in time for the fourth one that's coming out. I scratched that too. Prime example of that is Ghost of Tsushima, because Ghost of Yotoi comes out in October, and I was really wanting to get that on release, but I thought, nah. It looks like a great game, but I'm not going to rush to play Tsushima just to get to Yotoi. I'm going to take my time. And it's kind of like the lesson I've learned with these games, and just a little message for you all to keep in mind is just to kind of play what you want. Take your time. These games aren't going anywhere. And I know some of y'all might not need to hear this, but there's probably someone that's going to find this video one day and they could use the advice. The game I'm playing right now is Diablo 4. This is the Vessel of Hatred expansion. I always said that, this would be a good $20 expansion. Well, it was on sale for 15, so I was like, okay, I'll finally play it.
Seem to have found him. I hope the goblet didn't send you.
Let's see.
Kind heart.
See what he has to say.
Patched up her doorframe once. Now she sends every poor soul that needs a carpenter my way. Only that's not quite what
I'm here for Neyrelle.
a friend of Lorath's then. Here.
This is kind of a play along while I
Some
talk.
things are best shared in privacy and comfort.
I'll tell you what we're going to do. What we'll do is, let me do a nightmare dungeon. Just something I can do mindlessly while I talk to you guys. There we go. We'll do that. So, let me turn my headset down. This game is super, super loud in my ear. Okay, I think we're good for the video now. So, we're keeping all that. We're just going to keep moving. So what I did early June was I kind of had a few different, games I wanted to play, just on the top of my head. And I thought, well, I went through a list, I wrote it on paper. There's like 15 different games. Now, obviously, I ain't playing 15 games. I ain't got time for that. I'm a dad. So, I just wanted to go through each of them a little bit and just see what I was feeling. Because that's kind of the whole thing I've been doing this summer. I've just been like, what do I feel like playing? The first thing I wanted to prioritize was games that aren't mine, because I have about 3 games on my shelf here that I'm borrowing from my bonus mom, and I've had them for quite a while, and I just want to play them. They're good games. I've been wanting to play them. I need an excuse to play them, more or less. So I need to do that. And so I was like, okay, Spider-Man 2's up on the shelf. Spider-Man 2 is like a good summertime game, if that makes sense. So I was like, okay, well, we'll go ahead and get that ready. And then so I started it, right? I was going through the story. I didn't feel right, and then I sat there and thought, why isn't this feeling right? I didn't remember a whole lot of the first game. The last time I played Spider-Man 1 was like 2018 or whatever, when that came out on the PS4. Now, I played Miles Morales back in 2022, 2023, somewhere like that. And that story was a bit more fresh on my mind. Honestly, it wasn't like... Miles' story was more of like a side beat anyway, but it was pretty fun to play, because like Miles' electric powers kind of add a bit to the combat of Spider-Man's just punch, 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 swing type of deal. So I was like, okay, well, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to play Spider-Man Remastered and then Spider-Man 2. Well, I started playing Spider-Man Remastered, and I got through about a fourth of the story, but I was doing everything on the map. I went like full collect-a-thon, doing all the little bullshit around the map. I wasn't making any progress. I didn't really care for it. So I liked the story. I was having a good time with it, but I just didn't care for like all the side stuff. So I was like, all right, I'm going to take a break off this game for a bit. And I went and played Death Stranding, the first one. I played it earlier this year because I knew the second one was coming out, and I just kind of wanted to go through the story again. So I went back on Death Stranding 1 and did some post-game stuff just to kind of... Wait, I didn't mean to go out. Did I? Hold on. Something got messed up here. Yeah. Oh, it's that damn quest tracker here. Let me turn that off, because that's going to throw me off. I'm following the map. So, anyway, I really had fun with Death Stranding, and Death Stranding 2, I was like, okay, I'm definitely playing this one on release. But another game I was playing in the meantime, I was going through Starfield. I was doing more of a survival run. I got some survival type mods, and it added a whole lot more to the game. I know Todd wanted to make a game that's super casual, but dude, survival mode's a lot more fun. I'm just saying. But yeah, I went through the main story on that, and then the other game I played before Death Stranding 2 was what was it? Gosh, it's on tip of my tongue here. Oh yeah, Formula 1 2025. So that's like the new racing game. I love racing games. I'm on my... I think I'm on my 4th season on this game. Racing for... it's like I won 2 championships in a row. And so now I'm sitting here trying to defend my crown, and I joined a shitty team to see if I can do it at a shitty team instead of like the top team. Just because I like the challenge, honestly. And I do better when I'm like building something instead of being at the top. So I've been playing that, and it was pretty good. And then Death Stranding 2 came out. I played that whole thing. Like, I was hooked. I played the whole story without honestly playing anything else because I just wanted to go through it. I didn't want a whole lot of spoilers, honestly, and I gotta say, it's way better than the first game. And I love the first game for what it was, just because it's a good, chill experience, but it's real spooky. It's got some weird, let's see, strives do ambushes, kill tethered monsters, evade cooldown monsters. Ooh, yeah, we'll do that. So I just decided, well, what we'll do is, we'll just beat the story because I didn't want to be spoiled. I wanted to go spoiler free and see what other people had to say about the game. And this is kind of like my quasi-review of Death Stranding 2 real quick. I think it does a great job of getting to the point sooner. And this fall, if it starts going on sale, like 45, 50 bucks, do consider it because it's a lot of the annoying tough mechanics are gone, and you get a bike real early, so you don't really have to worry about like all that walking simulator bullshit people say it is. It's really not. And Kojima does a good job of just getting to the story a lot sooner. And the game does a good enough job summarizing the first one to where you don't have to go back and play it. But I will tell you, if you do, there's extra stuff you find out in the first game that makes it worthwhile. Like you get more of Sam's background, more or less, than everybody else's. Alright, we don't need to kill these guys. Let's go. We gotta get those little crystals. I really enjoyed it. It's like right up there with Game of the Year for me. And speaking of Game of the Year, it's tied. Like, it is tied with the next game I played. So I got a month of Game Pass for this next one because all I have seen from many, many, many people, I almost kind of want to do the Trump thing. A lot of people tell me that this next game was, it's Expedition 33. Full name is Clair Obscur Expedition 33. It's like, oh wow, this game's only $50. Everyone's sitting here talking about all this. Damn. And so I gave it a try and I loved it. Again, that's another one. I got so soaked in and I played the hell out of it. I did all the story, but I didn't do a lot of the side content because I only had Game Pass for a month and I really wanted to do some side content and really figure out, damn, this dude's kicking my ass. Let's just kind of stay away from him for a bit. There we go. Get our health back up. Oof. I'll dodge that. Anyway, it's pretty fun. It's so unique, and I'll tell you what's unique about it. Yes, it's turn-based, but it's got quick time events like dodging and parrying and timing your attacks right. It's really engaging, and I thought the story was unique. I think it runs great. It's beautiful. Like, if I was picking Game of the Year right now, and they said, Shane, we need help picking Game of the Year, I'm like, okay, well, I'd say it's Death Stranding 2 versus Clair Obscur Expedition 33 right now. And the only reason why I wouldn't give it to Kojima, as much as I like his games, is just, I think he would even agree, because he had the people that made Expedition 33 at Kojima Productions and gave him like the tour and the whole welcome wagon. And many of the how do I say this? A lot of the most prominent story writers with the game, such as Neil Druckmann, who did like Uncharted 4 and then The Last of Us 1. I disregard 2 because it's just a shovel. But yeah, Last of Us 1, and I don't really care to hear the journal entry. And then Kojima liked the game. There's just so many different people. Square Enix even had those developers to visit their studio in Japan, and like Square Enix is Final Fantasy. So it was really cool. It's a good modern take on JRPGs. It's a good way to kind of maybe suggest, hey, maybe these turn-based games can have a little bit of something extra to them. And it was pretty fun. There's like 3 difficulty levels. I had to bump it down to the lowest because I'm just a casual, but you know, it's okay. I really enjoyed it. I'm just saying. So if I had to pick, I'd give it to Expedition 33. That'd be my game of the year right now. That came out in 2025. Other than that, though, let me see. I finished my Oblivion run on my first character I started in the spring when that game was surprise drop. He was like a Crusader, Templar kind of guy, but as the game went on and the way I built him, like the Crusader class, it was like I was kind of done with those abilities. Like I was sitting here wishing like, oh, I wish I would have done a rogue or an archer. So what we did with that character is we went through the main story. We took one of the 2 paths in the Sheogorath DLC. Which one was that? Shivering Isles. And then we did the Knights of the Nine DLC because I felt like that whole arc fit him. So I'm going to come back to Oblivion probably not too distant future and do like a rogue archer, like leather armor assassin type character, and we're going to do like all the guilds, and like we're not going to bother with the main quest, and we're not really going to bother with Knights of the Nine, but we're probably going to do Shivering Isles at least so I can get that other achievement. Like if there's a game and I like it enough and the achievements are easy enough to do without being like a pain in the ass, I'll go get the platinum. Like, I'm going to do that for Death Stranding 1 and 2, and I'm going to do that for Oblivion. But I have them all for Starfield. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, the 5 of us that play that game. Yeah, that was a fun one, honestly. I think the Oblivion remake was a good job. Well, it's not a remake; it's a remaster. There's a difference. Let me think of some other stuff I've played this summer so far. So pretty much after Death Stranding and Clair Obscur, I went through like a week of trying games on Game Pass. Like I tried Doom: The Dark Ages, I tried Avowed, I tried Grounded 2. I tried some of the other ones that came out in the past year, so none of them really grabbed me for a long time, like a full playthrough. So I just kind of went back to Spider-Man. I'm like, okay, we still haven't even got to Spider-Man 2. We still have Spider-Man 1. So I decided with Spider-Man, let's just do the main story. Let's do the main story, the main beats, and then we'll try the DLC, because I heard it was very hit or miss, and since it comes with it. So I tried it, and I was like, yeah, I think I'm good. I did a couple of the missions for the DLC. It's like, damn, after fighting Dr. Octavius, like the rest is just not, it doesn't hit as hard. So I did the main story and just kind of moved on. And then I got College Football 26 recently. I'm going to be playing that for a while now that football season's coming. They're doing a new roster update today where they added like 1,000 kids that are that like sign deals with the game. They got their name, image, and likeness, and they're going to I believe they're going to update the team ratings and stuff a bit more now that we've had fall camp, and they actually have footage and stuff that they can reference to help rate these players a bit better. I'll be curious to see how the Razorbacks are. Now, speaking of that real quick, just about the Razorbacks, 9-3. F it, 9-3. Why not? Always pick us to lose and do bad. And we do bad, so I'm going to pick us to do good and hope we do good. I will say, though, real quick about the Razorbacks, I think we're going to lose an early game, like Memphis, Ole Miss, Notre Dame. We're going to lose one of those. We're going to lose one of, like, the Mississippi State, A&M, Auburn type games, and then we're going to lose one of the Texas, LSU, and Missouri. I mean, everyone's like, oh, we're going to get killed in Baton Rouge. We always play good in Baton Rouge. Shut the hell up. I mean, it don't matter how good LSU is. We always give them pure hell, so shut up. Other than that, though, ooh, got a reward to claim. ADHD is appeased. I'll have to read through the menus later. So, yeah, pretty much. That's, I'm trying to think of what else I've played. Dark Souls, that was the other thing. So, I had this idea for a really, really long time that I was going to do a Elden Ring run as Ozzy Osbourne. Like, this was, like, way in the future. I came up with this idea when, the Black Sabbath Ozzy final concert happened at the start of July. I've had that idea since then, and hell, I've had the pre-made Ozzy character before then. And you know, mid-July we learned he passed away, and that's when I decided, you know what, we're gonna honor Ozzy. But Dark Souls I was feeling like playing Dark Souls. Like, I saw a couple videos just kind of reminiscing on like how the world design was, and so yeah, I played Dark Souls. I played that son of a bitch all the way through again. I got hooked, and yeah, that was so fun. I wrapped that up this weekend. So if you ever want to play Dark Souls 1, 2, or get a good start in Elden Ring, there's a channel I like to follow called How To Souls. 3 words, How To Souls. This gal named Rach, she's really good. Her videos are quite endearing. It's just, she does a great job explaining everything, cutting through all the BS, and just getting you what you need. Fighting Cowboys, another good channel I recommend. I kind of use him to fill in the blanks that she doesn't. And he's covered more games than her, and she's about to cover Dark Souls 3 completely, so that's going to be fun. But no, here's my whole idea with the Elden Ring stuff, right? We're just going to stand here right now. Just listen up. So, with Elden Ring, what we're going to do is Ozzy is going to be the Prince of Darkness. Like, we're going to go Faith and Arcane with a bit of strength because I want to stagger. And that's going to be like Ozzy's solo run. The Dark Souls was like his Black Sabbath days. He's young. He was a pyromancer, dexterity based. And then the third game of the Ozzy trilogy is going to be Bloodborne. Like, that's going to be after he dies and ascends to the Hunter's Dream. We're fighting all these Lovecraftian horrors with a threaded cane. It's going to be fun. And then, because I'm basically, what I'm doing is I'm warping my Soulsathon I've always wanted to do with, like, the whole Ozzyverse. So, like, I'm going to play Dark Souls 2 as, like, maybe a Paladin build or, like, a pure strength build. I think Dark Souls 3 I'll go Paladin. But, like, Dark Souls 2 I'll do pure strength and, like, play Geezer Butler, since, like, that's his baseline. It's just, like, base thumping, just strength. And then, like, Bill Ward's going to be like the Paladin run on Dark Souls 3. Then, like, I might go back to Demon Souls and play as Tony Iommi, like the wizard run. And then, like, Sekiro's going to be like an Osborne from Japan. I don't know. An Armored Core will do like Mecha Aussie, or we'll paint out our mech to be purple and black or something. I don't know. We're getting off the rails here, but yeah, I tell you, it's pretty cool. So, kind of here's my radar right now. Spider-Man 2. That is like the feature presentation. I have Elden Ring Night Rain. I am just getting into that. I was playing some solo matches. I was lost as hell. But I tried some matches with some other people. I'll tell you what, it's fun. It is funner than you think. It's like crack. It's just addicting. What else? What else? After Spider-Man 2, the other game I'm borrowing from my bonus mom, shout out to Stacy out there. Oh, let's see. She let me borrow Assassin's Creed Shadows. That's going to be right after Spider-Man, because I want to, like, by the time my son turns 2, I want to be able to give her some of her games back. It's not like I'm rushing. Like, these are 2 games I really want to play. And after that, I'd say it's kind of wide open on, like, the gaming stuff. I have my eye on certain things. Like, there's a NASCAR game coming out a few days before my birthday. And I hope it doesn't suck. 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 I just want a fucking competent racing game. Please, for the love of God. Please, please, please. Oh, I'd play the shit out of a good NASCAR game. And you're like, oh, what's the appeal of turning left? Oh, it's the online races, guys. Going in the lobbies and just screwing with everyone, wrecking them, pissing them off, telling them about how Dale Earnhardt's latest hit was the wall. I mean, just stupid jokes like that. And screwing up their games so that I could win a race, getting in their heads. So fun. So fun. Anything else in this gaming entry I want to do for, like, the summer of gaming? What else did I play? Nothing really. I think toward October I might kind of do, like, a little spooky game run. I don't know yet. Like I said, I'm keeping it open. That's kind of what I talked about at the very start of the video. Vibe-based gaming. So, yeah. That's pretty much all I got, guys. I know this was a long video, but hell, I haven't talked to y'all in a while. Just, I haven't had a lot of time. I haven't had a lot of bandwidth, but I miss you guys. I love this channel. I love what I do. And I'm just in a real good place mentally right now, and I really just wanted to touch base with you guys to let you know what I was up to with, like, the most convenient way for me. So I'll try to do some streams here and there. We'll see. I'm not ruling anything out by all means, but we got quite a bit more going on in the house. Son's almost 2. He's quite active. He's very much his dad and his mom, and we've got goats. So yeah, that's a whole other thing. I don't know jack shit about them, but hey, they love me. So they love it when I bring food out there. And then work's been super busy, but hey, it's fine. It's fine. We're in good space. So hey, you guys take care. If you've made it this far, God bless you, and thank you so much. Seriously. I hope y'all have a great next few weeks. Let's get excited for some football, some cooler weather. This heat wave is some bullshit. And Hogfan Shane sign out. I love y'all. Seriously. Goodbye.